Hey everybody, I'm filming in my car today because it's the most peaceful place I have to set up at that has decent lighting. So I'm going to show you something that I bought at Walmart the other night. If you've ever heard of sea monkeys, which you can buy at Walmart too, I used to deal with sea monkeys when I was little. Like when I started my first sea monkey tank. Oh geez, that's probably about 7 or 8. I got a kit at a science store called World of Science. I don't know if that was a chain store, if that was just a local thing, but it was a science store. But I got my first kit there, and out of like intrigue and curiosity, I didn't even know what it was supposed to be. And then we bought it, and it said to add water, and I had no clue what was supposed to be going on. I didn't bother reading my instructions until after the fact, which is genius, but that's how it was when I was like 7. But so I got into sea monkeys, and constantly throughout my childhood I had at least one tank of sea monkeys going up until probably about the time I hit junior high, and then that dwindled away. But anyway, then I actually won my science fair. I placed first place at my school science fair in 6th grade because of sea monkeys. So just a little backstory there. So I'm very familiar with sea monkeys, and then sometime during that time I discovered Triops from a book fair thing and whatnot, and so I had a tank of Triops, but they don't live as long as sea monkeys. Sea monkeys tend to live about 2 years if you take care of them. Triops only last like a couple months max. Well, at least from what I gather anyway. So I've had a few little kits of Triops that you can buy from Hobby Lobby for like $4 or $5, where it's just a little package and it has like the eggs and food in it, and then you have to provide your own tank. But I've been thinking about starting up another tank of them, and then along the way, when I was doing research about them, I was just kind of like, I don't know, one thing leads to another, and I discovered that you can find Triops in nature and these things called vernal pools, or, well, these areas that form from rain called vernal pools, where the little critters lay their eggs and then it dries up, and then when it rains, the process starts over and over again. That's why they don't live that long naturally. But anyway, a lot of blah 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 in there. So I'm thinking about trying to find an area that has a vernal pool. I live in South Nashville. I really don't know. I don't know what you can consider a vernal pool. I don't know if a creek would fall into that category or not, but also in vernal pools they have like fairy shrimp, which are very similar to brine shrimp, which is what sea monkeys are. But anyway, blah blah blah. So I was kind of interested in having some fairy shrimp too along the way, which is why the vernal pool comes into play. But I'm looking for an area that would have a vernal pool or any of that dwelling kind of stuff. I don't think fairy shrimp and Triops would live in a creek. I don't know. If they did, then that'd be okay, but if not, I don't know if lake would be a best bet either. But I found out that there's a little park area where my boyfriend lives in his town, and they have an area that's specifically stated to be a vernal pool. So sometime this summer I hope to go over there and get a sample of all that. But until then, I might just, hatch my Triops in what I'm going to show you. Or I might do something else. We have a really popular fish store in the area, just not even 2 miles from where I live, called Aquatic Critter. And they have, well, we went in there the other day, and they have these little things called ghost shrimp, which intrigue me. And I mean, they're dirt cheap. They're feeder food. They're meant to be fed to other fish, which is why they're dirt cheap. But I was thinking about starting up a tank with stuff like ghost shrimp and maybe snails. Like, I'm interested in aquatic snails and aquatic plants. But I don't know what I'm going to do with what I'm going to show you. But there's all kinds of possibilities and whatnot to throw out there. But anyway, so I was thinking about, like with Triops, you usually want kind of a small dwelling thing, but with all the other stuff, you kind of want something bigger, or you could do bigger things. I don't know. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I was we were at Walmart the other night, and I was looking at the aquariums. I was just curious as like how much are they going for these days. And I came across this little 1-gallon aquarium thing. I saw this. I thought that was really cool. It was a small 1-gallon little corner tank, and everything in my Walmart is just moved around. Nothing's where it should be. So it took me a while, but I found like the UPC worth the price tag, and it turns out it was only like $9.97, so it's like $10. And it includes like the whole kit. It includes the air pump and the filter, which that was something I was concerned about because I've never really had to deal with those with like sea monkeys. You don't need air pump or filter for sea monkeys, or even for Triops. But I was like, well, since I have this, like since I have those two components, I can like pretty much put any kind of little aquatic living thing in there I want. So the possibilities right now, like my mind is going through like what all I could do with it. So even thinking about doing a terrarium because I really like plants. But so I grabbed it. I was like, this is definitely coming with me. And then we were looking around, and they had this was like $4. And because I love glow-in-the-dark stuff, it's just a little glow-in-the-dark cave thing for fish. But again, if I have my little shrimp or whatever in there, that'd be cool. Neat little thing. Yay. And then stumbled upon, somebody had left one of these, a pack of these just lying around. I was like, oh my gosh, what? Like, that looks so cool. They're little dried bulbs, and what is it called? Hardy Aponogeddon? Is that how you say it? Oponogeddon? I'm calling it Oponogeddon bulbs. And they're little plant bulbs, little aquatic plant bulbs. You just like put them in the water, and they're supposed to, you know, rehydrate, sprout, and grow. So these are like $3.57. So I was like, heck yeah, those are coming home with me too. So I purchased all those, and again, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know what kind of setup I'm going to do with this. They had some more little tanks and whatnot there that I'm thinking about getting eventually, but for the $10, a starter little aquarium, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't pass up on that deal. So I kind of want to put little tetras, like at our aquatic critter store. They had these little tetras that were iridescent. They look really cool. But Walmart also has, like, one of the tanks I was looking at was like a black light tank. And then they had the little black light sensitive plants and decorations. I thought that would be so cool to have that maybe for the tetras. Maybe hold off and get that and then put the tetras in that, or get like little neons put in that, because that would be really awesome. But yeah, so I'm still, that's like my new thing when work is done and over with, which we have less than 60 days until store doors close. Yes. And then probably about 14 days after that, clean up, and then I'm through. I'll be jobless, but I'm going to take my time off and, you know, work on some things that need to be done after my mom died. So, yeah, but I'm excited about all my future potential endeavors post my job. So, yeah, that's going to be something fun to look forward to. So, I guess that's it for this little vlog. This is probably extremely long if my battery hasn't died already. But thank you for watching, and bye!